So we're going to start this interview with Steve. I'm going to let him ask me whatever questions he wants. And we're going to go from there.
Okay. Wow. So I become a host today, right?
You're becoming the host today.
And you're the guest. So in your own house, you become the guest. Well, Mr. Baxter, I admire you so much, especially when it comes to family and how, you put family first and you're always there for family and all the hard work you've been doing. I mean, sometimes people don't know, but those of us who are close, we see all that you do. So the first question is, how do you do it?
How do I balance family and just the kids, life, everything?
Kids, keeping up with it, your own self,
By praying, staying close to God, trying to just, my wife, she helps out a lot. So having somebody that helps equals the balance, and that's always an amazing thing.
Wow. So 2 heads are better than one.
Yes. In my case, yes.
Yeah. And my other question is, we know Byron's challenges, right?
Yes.
How do you go about that? Because I see you carrying him. Sometimes you getting your hair cut, you doing some other stuff, and Byron is calling your name, Daddy, and you leave whatever you're doing to attend to him. Like,
how do I do it?
Yeah.
Sometimes it could be challenging. Sometimes it could be overwhelming. But being that he has special needs, I know that there's certain things he can't do and certain things he can do. So I just try to be there to make life just a little bit more easier. And sometimes it's tiring. Because he'll keep calling, Dad, Dad, Dad. But I just keep going. And I just try to make life a little bit more easier. Try to make life as normal as possible for him.
Okay. So you're a family man. I've seen it for myself. And I feel like being in the United States, for me, I feel like we need a family system in the system, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you are to meet the President of the United States, what are some of the stuff you can put up? Like 3 things you can just let him know so that we can start from the foundation once more to start building up family, because once we're building up family, I believe it will affect the community and then it will affect the nation as a whole. So what are some of the 3 things you would probably want to share with the President of the United States to just make it happen?
What's some of the things that I would ask him to make things just a little easier?
When it comes to family and rebuilding that bond as a people of different races coming together to form the United States of America.
I would say to the President that first things first, we gotta end the wars, because in war it takes away either a mother or a father from its household, and that's never a good thing. So if the wars that we're fighting are not worthy of it, then we can end that, and then that keeps 2 parents in the home, right?
Yeah.
Then 2 other things I could think of to keep families together that I would say to the President.
That's a deep question.
That's a deep one. We might have to come back to that one.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna come
We
back.
come back to that one.
We'll come back. But before we take a commercial break, I have this little question for Mr. Baxter. You guys, you can see behind him, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is a castle. It's a castle right here. So, Mr. Baxter,
Yeah.
I think your fetish are shoes. I don't know, but for what I'm seeing over here, because it's like you can get every shoe for any outfit. You can get it right there.
I definitely am a sneaker fanatic. I'm a sneaker junkie.
What started it?
As a kid, I've always loved sneakers. And there was some sneakers as a kid that my mom wasn't able to afford, being that she was doing the best she could do to raise me and my brothers. And I started really collecting sneakers about 10 years ago.
Mm.
And some of them sneakers on that wall are 10 years old.
Mm.
So it's a hobby that turned into something that I just fell in love with. And I'm still actually in love with it now, even more than when I was a kid.
I see. And I see some hats too. What about that?
My hats, I have to hide them on higher shelves because my daughter comes in there and tears them down and scrapes them against the floor. So I've always loved hats too, hats and sneakers, just fashion. I've always been into hats and clothes and sneakers and jackets and coats
And don't get him wrong. Maybe somebody saying that, oh, you got all these shoes and you can give some away. Yes, you're right, but he does stuff behind the scenes. Like recently, we had to go to the homeless and give out some stuff. We did it behind the scene. All right, so if you're seeing that, don't say that, Mr. Baxter, why you got all these shoes, you can give some away. He does it, but it's not everything he will put out there. I just have to give you this little gossip.
I mean,
Okay.
I'm definitely I'm glad that I was able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
It was something that I didn't personally record and it wasn't something I wanted, we're talking about it now, but I didn't broadcast it. But I was able to help out a lot of homeless people downtown Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Give out some coats and some pants and some some hoodies and
Some
sweaters,
Levi's,
all kinds of stuff. And I'm
some
super
Jordans,
thankful.
some Nikes.
Super thankful that I was able to do so.
Yeah. Okay, so it's getting interesting. There's this question I want to ask you after talking about the castle right behind you.
All right.
What's your definition of happiness?
My definition of happiness is when my wife is in a good space. My kids are cool, no injuries for Byron, nothing like that. That's my definition of happiness. Not money, not none of that. Not material things, not a car, not no money, not no sneakers. When my wife is cool, there's no static, no problems, no nothing. My kids are cool, no broken bones, no nothing. Chris is good. That's my definition of happiness.
Thank you. That's sweet talk. That's a nice vibe. Okay, so you bring up Chris.
Mm-hmm.
He's an adolescent right now, hitting the teenage stage and all that.
Yeah.
As a father, what are some of the things you want to pass on to Chris, even as he's about to hit his teenage?
No, he's actually 14.
Okay. Yeah, so as a father, what are some of the stuffs you pushing that you want to share with fathers to do for teenage boys? Because I feel like it's about time we need to start addressing some of these things to make them more responsible. So what are some of the stuff you want to share with fathers?
Fathers, if you have a teenage boy, teenage girl, the most important thing you could do is be active in their lives. Don't Don't make everything a challenge. Be there during their highs, be there when they're lows, be there to be encouraging, be there to be inspiring, and lead by example. They're gonna look up to the things you do. They always watch and they're very observant. Even though they gotta make their own decisions because they're starting to come into teenagehood. But just be active and be able to communicate and let them know that when share them when it's right and share them when it's wrong. But don't be afraid to not speak and be the father figure. You know?
Okay. We'll be coming to our next question, but hey, we are in Bronx. How do I look? Remember Hakeem coming to America? We're gonna go back to Zamunda very soon.
We go back to Zamunda with him.
Everybody get ready. We're about to go to Zamunda. Mr. Baxter, I'm enjoying the conversation, and my next question has to do with something tragic happened on Monday, right? On the football field.
Yes.
And it was very terrifying because it was very horrific. I mean, I'm more into soccer, and it has one happened to a soccer player where they were playing the Euros 2020 in the name of Christian Eriksen, and they had to stop the game and all that. But I think it's about time we start looking at our health as individuals.
Health is wealth.
What can you share with us when it comes to looking at what happened to the football player on Monday and we relating it with our lives?
I heard about it. I don't know the ins and outs of what happened, right? But I think as a society, we all need to do things better, cut down. Not saying that this is in his case, but go to the gym, drink water, eat healthy. And I don't know if it was something with the gentleman that was it just...
He had a cardiac arrest.
So that could happen at any given time. My prayers to him and his family. I hope he gets well, speedy recovery. And I just, as a society, we just gotta just work out, eat healthy, drink water, and just pray. That's all I can say. I don't really, I don't know a lot about it because I just heard about it, but I didn't watch any of the highlights. Or I didn't see the video of it. But my prayers definitely go to him and his family.
I think I like what you're saying about it can happen to anybody.
Yeah.
Back home in Africa, we say that when you see that your friend's beard is on fire, make sure you fetch water and put it by your side. In other words, take caution when you see that people are going through stuff in life that is draining them down. And yeah, he's made a very valid point where we have to know what we're putting into our system, what we're eating, what we're drinking, and
what we're thinking about.
Yeah.
What we're watching, what you watch. These are all the things that play a role in just being healthy. Not just what you're eating, but what you reading, what you listening to, what you watching.
So do you think that sometimes we fill our minds with a lot of stuff and perhaps we stress out too much and bring in certain toxic stuff into our system that we don't really need?
Yes.
How does that work?
I mean, just like you said, sometimes like unnecessary stress. Unnecessary stress. Worrying about things and stressing over things that you shouldn't even be thinking about. You know?
Yeah, I feel like sometimes we just do a whole list
Mm-hmm.
of things that we want to achieve within a given time, and that makes us put a lot of pressure on ourselves. And that is what I feel like social media been making people do right now. Because most people watch celebrities and stuff like that, and they want to live like that. But unfortunately, they don't know that those people have worked their way up there. Sometimes, yeah, they might have some challenges and stuff going on with their lives, but they still have to stand strong because people look up to them.
Yes.
So I feel like one of the things we need to do as a people is also to get to that place where we get content
Mm-hmm.
with the little that we have, and then we build up from that little that we have to make it better.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you are not content with the small things, or if you are not thankful for the smaller things that you have in your life, then I feel like you're putting depression on yourself.
Yeah. Trying to live and meet somebody else's expectations. So be thankful for the things you do have. Be thankful just to wake up and get another day of life.
Mm.
I think that's so important. You know, I wake up in the morning. That's the first thing I do. Thank God for just giving me uh, another day to be better, another day to learn, another day to grow.
So
And
that is gratitude.
yes,
Wow.
yes.
Wow. So I'll come to it. The word gratitude, Mr. Baxter. Please, you are a man of wisdom. You only talk when you are being asked questions.
Yeah.
But at least you're older than me, and you've seen certain stuff in life that I haven't seen. What role has gratitude played in your life till this day?
I mean, I'm thankful for the things that God has blessed me with. I've been through some hardships. I've been through some great times. Experience is the best teacher.
Mm. Experience is the best teacher. I hope you guys got that. Mm. Experience is the best teacher. So, do you think gratitude gives us renewed energy for our next level?
Yes, definitely. Definitely. I mean, if you're not thankful and appreciative of the things that you have, it could be easily wiped away. And then what? Nothing's given to you. You have to earn, you have to work, you have to strive, you have to set goals, have aspirations, and then you can achieve some things. But along the way, you have to have gratitude. You got to be thankful for the blessings that come your way. 100%.
Okay. Let's get a little bit political right now, Mr. Baxter.
Go ahead.
If you happen to be the governor of the state of Georgia for 3 months, what are the stuff you would do for this state?
What would I do for the state of Georgia if I was in?
3 months. In 3 months.
I would make mental health awareness something that be at the forefront, because a lot of people struggle with mental health. A lot of people. I don't think it's actually like it's something that's kind of swept under the rug. I don't know if they have enough outlets, enough places, enough people.
Wow.
But, you know, that would be one of the key things. I don't know what else, but it would definitely be mental health awareness to push that to the forefront.
So it's like as we having this whole breast cancer awareness day or week or month.
I mean,
I feel like we should have at least a month to address mental health.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So that's the first one.
I don't know anymore right now.
No, but that goes a long way though, mental health, because sometimes you watch these news and I work in the barber shop and I begin to ask myself questions. What will make a person think of getting into, like recently one guy got into the house of 4 students and killed them. So what will make a person think like that and still execute it?
I don't.
And
You gotta be going through some dark times in your life.
These are heartbreaking stories that are coming out every day, and I feel like it's not making us feel safe in a great nation like this. So yeah, with what you're saying, I feel like it's about time, because sometimes when you don't communicate with a person, it's hard for you to know what they're going through. When communication is key, people are able to share what they go through with you. So even if they are about to trigger something, you are able to help them stop it through your words of counsel and advice and wisdom
and encouragement and just Well,
some people feel like they are abandoned and nobody cares about them, so anything should happen. And I feel like mental health is one thing we really need to look at. Like everybody needs it.
So that's what I'm pushing. I've been doing it for a year and a half. I had a son who struggled with mental health, and he's no longer with us. And there's one thing I can say, and I'm gonna end it here. It's just I'm pushing mental health. Me, my family, anybody struggling with mental health, just reach out to somebody, talk to somebody. You're not alone, and things will get better.
And I will add this to it: do not be too hard on yourself. When you're going through situations in life when you feel like you are at that place where you want to throw in the towel, listen. In the boxing ring, that towel has a color white. Every time they throw in the towel, it's a color white I'm seeing. White stands for victory. So the moment you get to that place where you want to give up and throw in the towel, just look at the color of the towel and tell yourself that, hey, I'm not going down. I'm really going to rather pick it up and wave it for victory. So yes, as human as we are, we'll get down, we'll feel depressed and all that, but understand that your generation is looking up to you. Those who are yet to come want to come hear a story about you. That once upon a time, Stephen Morgan lead, Mr. Baxter lead, and they made impact in their generation.
Your story can help somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Never forget that. Barbershop talk.